Welcome back to Center Stage. We're joined by Sylvester Stallone. Polo.
Yeah.
You like polo? You played it as a kid?
It's tough to trust anything like a horse that can run and go to the bathroom at the same time. It is. It's really hard. It pushes the boundaries of gullibility. I said, come on. But my father was in the Army, and he was in the cavalry. I don't know what army he was in, but they had a cavalry in World War II along the Mexican border. So he learned to play kind of like sandlot polo. So I spent a great deal of time. So I became a horseman, and I played for a while, and it is a wicked game. The only game played with an animal in the world, you know.
Sandlot polo?
Well, that's kind of like polo that is really low-level polo, you know, where the horse is missing a leg or something like that.
That's low level.
You're using a basketball.
Good
No, I'm only kidding. It's just low-level polo.
Okay. Now, one thing I wanted to ask you about Rocky V. I loved Rockies, all of them, okay? And I was the guy who would go to the first show in the afternoon, the first day it came out, and stand outside and tell people how it ended, just to annoy people. That's what I did. But Rocky V got me because I did not want to see Rocky go out a bum again. It killed me.
No, big mistake. And I should have learned. Nobody wants to see the overweight Elvis.
Right.
Nobody wants to see like Frank Sinatra inebriated or the Judy Garland character taking pills. You just build up Charlie Chaplin, the dark side.
It broke my heart.
It does. And I thought, okay, because fighters do have curves in their life. It's an up and down, peaks and valleys. But when they've grown up for 10 years, you've seen it. You don't want to see the valley, unless that
especially
you see the
Rocky's
peak,
valley,
big time. And it was short-sighted on my part. I thought, okay, this is dramatic, but wrong. You know, it's dramatically right, but philosophically wrong to the audience. That's why there's a nagging part of me that wants to end it on another beat.
Good.
And so.
Yeah, it killed me. I didn't even stay outside to tell people.
Killed you. You didn't get reviewed. I got buried alive.
Ready for some audience questions?
Definitely.
All right.
After the movie Copland, how hard was it for you to lose all the weight that you gained and get into great physical condition?
I'm glad you brought that up. It took about 2 months because, you know, it's an ego thing. Okay, fine, from abs to flabs. Okay, fine. But I enjoyed it. I mean, once I got past the eating stage, which is stretching the stomach, put on about 40 pounds. Then afterwards, I thought it'd be easy to take off, and it isn't. It is not that easy. The body chemistry has to go through a whole process. So I started going on a very, very heavy protein diet, but then again, that can also make you a little tired, blah, blah, blah. But what came out of all that
there
is...
you are in Copland, by the way.
Hey, big boy. And, you know, there are scenes in Copland that are so overwhelmingly, like, bad that they had to cut them. They're going to put them on the DVD. Like, the movie opens up on my stomach.
Really?
And the audience went, yo. Whoa. Not that it's bad, but it was like a shock, and they thought it was like someone had done makeup and whatever. They're going to have to put in the DVD. But one thing led to another, and after that whole weight change thing, I decided I really want to get involved in the nutraceutical business and start using what I've learned over the years about health and whatever. So that's going to be my next venture, is into, you know, actually, for a better term, vitamins.
You're in such great shape. I wondered about that Copland role. How does Sylvester Stallone get fat? I mean, do you just pounded food, pizza?
Pizza, pancakes, eat before you go to bed. You wake
Was
up
it
in the
liberating?
morning, you know, you sleep with French toast.
Oh, how great.
You know, it's like you
Fries.
just cheesecake. I don't care, you know. If you put cheesecake, if you just put your foot in it like this, you'll gain 10 pounds. It'll go right to the bottom of your foot. There's no way you can avoid it.
Okay, now the question is, you could have put on a fat suit. Why didn't you?
I know.
You really get into this.
Stupid again. We're back to the stupid concept. No, he didn't want to know about it. I said, why don't I get, you know.
You were great in that movie, by the way.
I love that film.
That was a great movie.
Again, because of the, you know, if you can get a story where the message is bigger than the actual performance, like, what is it all about? About, I think heroes come in all sizes and shapes. It's not about, you know, being muscles, whatever. A real hero knows that he can't possibly survive, but he'll still do it anyway. That's their hero.
Did you do that role just to extract yourself from Rocky and Rambo?
I did, and I think it's self-defeating because that character, even though he's the antithesis physically of Rocky, he's Rocky-esque.
Right.
See what I mean? And I think certain actors maintain an expectancy to the audience. The audience expects a certain kind of behavior. As much as when I see John Wayne on Laughing, I go, what's he on Laughing for? It's weird, okay? It's just strange. If John Wayne wants to do the Nutcracker Suite, we're not watching it, okay? Even though inside he has that ability. It's always strange. You don't want to see people vacillate. The guy's a great pitcher. I don't want to see him play catcher. But the guy wants to play catcher. He wants to prove it one time. I know.
Well, it was a great job. We'll have more with Sylvester Stallone when we come back. You don't want to miss that. This is Center Stage. My guest is Sylvester Stallone. You actually cleaned lion cages?
Why not?
What was this about?
Well, this is about starving. It was, I said, okay. See, the trouble with acting is you need a lot of things to do it. If you just stand in the corner acting, you're gone. You're just butterfly net gone. So I took a lot of jobs that no one else wanted. I would deliver fish. I would clean lions' cages at the zoo, which is horrific. I mean, there's a smell that comes out of that. They are king of the jungle. They're king of the urinal, too. Just one thing after another, just all the time, a delivery boy. And then finally I got a job after 4 years of college as an usher, which I thought was great. But the thing about being an usher is you had to use the same tux as the guy before you. So he's been sweating for 6 hours, and you inherited it. And everyone
Back
thinks
to the lion cage.
Yeah, it's your BO. I said, no. It's the guy before me. So it's like it was, oh, man. But it gave me a chance when doing that job, actually, is when I started to focus on writing. But you start watching a film 60 times, you start to break it down, and so good things came out of it.
Let's go to the audience.
Uh-oh.
Hi, my name is Sandy. When you were growing up, who was your favorite sports figure and why?
I was fascinated with football, so it was like a Bronco Nagurski. Now do you ever hear of him?
Yeah, sure.
It was, I don't know why. I just because they said he was really ungifted, and I thought, I relate. But strong, but very strong, and a great runner. Just lower his head. And then as a real athlete, it was Timmy Brown, the Eagles. A lot. I tried to wear his number and everything. That's about as close as I got to Timmy Brown.
Where does Butkus come from?
Well, Dick Butkus, it's a facial thing.
With the dog?
Yeah. Dick Butkus
was supposed to be pleased with
He
that.
wasn't very pleased. I ran into him because he had a very large head, and I ran into Dick Butkus and Larry Zonka the same night. And
now, Butkus is the dog in Rocky.
Butkus is a dog, and he goes, "Why'd you call your dog Butkus?" I said, "It's an homage."
And he had no idea what that was?
Yeah, no. He thought it was an omelet. Anyway, and then Larry Zonka goes, "Yeah, he didn't like that." I said, two of the biggest heads in the world were coming at me in stereo. And, of course, I did what every brave guy would do. I completely backed off. I went, dog. I was proud, powerful animal, strong. If you were going to take a dog and make him a linebacker, it would be this dog here, and ciao.
Hey there, Sly. My name's Stu. If you had the chance to play the life story of any professional athlete, who would it be?
The life story of any professional athlete. I liked, they actually did it once, but I liked the character of Rocky Blyer. It was an amazing story. A great story. And there was, I was very influenced. There was athletes back, like boxers, that came from obscurity. Like the Jack Dempsey story's never been done right. That was an amazing story because it involved so much politics and so on. Is
there any athlete that you want to meet? I mean, you could probably meet whomever you want, but is there one out there that you haven't met that you'd like to? I'm always fascinated with all athletes. So the ones that make them tick. Because one thing I find that the major athletes that I admire are all introverted. They're really private guys. You notice they all want to be actors, though?
How about that?
Yeah, and all actors want to be athletes.
Why is that?
It's some wiring thing.
Totally, it's a stupid thing. Forget about it. Yeah, really, it doesn't work that way. Every actor I know wants to be a ball player, and when they get out there and do these celebrity games,
don't look good.
It's pretty ugly.
Yeah. Pretty ugly. Well, Sylvester showed he could hit and be hit in Rocky, and he was on the run in Rambo. We'll put the two together with Center Stage's Hit and Run coming up next.